pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Cochran,
Present.
Commissioner Story, Commissioner Case.
Yep.
Commissioner Garvelia. Mayor Messersohn.
Present. Reading approval of minutes.
Have one set of minutes from the September 9th meeting. I see nothing that needs to be edited, so, make a motion to approve those as presented.
Commissioner Cochran,
Yes.
Commissioner Story, Commissioner Case,
Yes.
Commissioner Garvelia. Yes. Mayor Messersohn.
And public property report, Commissioner Garvelia.
I have, the purchase orders at this time. Let's see, met with with Helitech, another member of their design team, wanted to come check the city hall out, so I met with them today, so they're putting together, proposals and plans and all of that for us to review. Recently, Twin Oaks, the garden club met out there to look at making it look more presentable, inviting, with some plants. I do believe that, our plans are in the city that we're going to augment that concrete that's approached to it, the sidewalk, and put, railings down it, so we'll be, moving forward with some plans on that. Malkovich Park, we have, the approval of the grant, so we're going to start moving forward with the demolition and hopefully get some work started before the winter comes in, so that in this spring we can move forward with making it the beautiful location that it has been in the past. The police department, they're supposed to start on that, either, the notification I was given that I was either October 7th or October 14th. I told them as soon as possible, so that's,
This is on the water, this is still on the.
yes, I know.
Just making sure I was hearing the right thing.
Yes, that's right. Okay, and that's all I have.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Cochran, Water Sewer Streets.
I have a purchase order tonight. We need a new walk behind saw. Craig told me the one we've had about 24 years. It just wore out. I think the parking lot done it in. The blades are coming off of it, and it's almost getting point where it's dangerous, so, speaking of the parking lots, I don't know if anybody's seen it, but I thought it turned out real well so far, what they've done, so. I'd like to make a motion to approve purchase order $6,144.99 for a new walk behind saw.
Commissioner Cochran,
Yes.
Commissioner Story, Commissioner Case,
Yes.
Commissioner Garvelia.
Yes.
Mayor Messersohn.
Yes.
To my knowledge, that's all I have.
Commissioner Cochran, just real quick, is that something that we can purchase out of MFT? Will that be an MFT purchase?
Probably could.
And I figured most of the concrete we're cutting is for street and sidewalks. I just want to clarify, I'm not saying.
Parking lots, yeah. Oh, yeah. Very valuable little tool to.
Yes.
And it does look amazing. It does look amazing.
It does, it's really,
I know it's been 3 years since we started that conversation when you were
it's
first,
taken a while.
but we're there.
Well, during the eclipse is when it really come to, when we were all up there all day and looking at it, it was like, oh my God, it's awful.
Yeah, it was
And,
it was an embarrassing moment, yes.
we do have one area where they've gotta move the, I think it's Verizon, they got a box there, and they gotta get it moved before we can finish it. And no telling how long it'll take to do that, but that's beyond our control, but, yeah, it turned out, and we're not allowing any parking there next to that building. It was very narrow, as you know, it was very, and so we're changing some things up there, but overall, it just looks good.
So one of the last things that Craig asked us to do is get one more set of double lights.
Yes.
To kind of shine down the two alleys, because that corner right at the square is dark.
Which is another thing, the lights he's put up already's helped.
Yes.
We took out the light standards in the middle, and it, yeah, that has changed, that just improved that tremendously, so.
Do you know how many parking spaces one that's adding?
I don't
I mean,
know.
it'll be a net gain of some,
It has to be.
of some type, which will be nice for those businesses that have lost parking on, like East Main.
Yes.
With the state stuff, and I know we already built the lot on East Main, but I mean, this'll also help those businesses.
You know, I thought the guys did a good job striping it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, really, I mean, these companies will come in and do that, but it looks really professional, so, yeah.
Now, that conversation actually started back when we took out those parking spaces on the
Yeah.
roadway.
Yeah, so that's turned out real well, we've done it in-house, I'm sure the concrete bill's tremendous, but still, yeah, it
Cheaper
was,
than have we had somebody else.
you
do it,
betcha.
though. I mean,
And we can look at East Main, the building was tore down, remember that?
Mhm.
What was it? I think it was 4, I was on here, but remember what we spent, got one bid, and it's crazy, but, so our guys do a wonderful job doing that.
Really good.
We're very thankful to have them.
Yeah, thanks.
That's all I have there, thank you.
Awesome. Public Health and Safety, Commissioner Story.
Yeah, I got a couple of, purchase orders. One is for a thermal charger for $3,999. Truck charger, $699. Gear keeper, $64.99. Comes to a total of $4,762.99. I make a motion to purchase that.
Second,
Commissioner Cochran,
yes.
Commissioner Story,
Yes.
Commissioner Case,
Yes.
Commissioner Garvelia,
Yes.
Mayor Massersohn.
Yes.
The next one I have is for, the police department. It's a 2023 Police Interceptor utility all-wheel drive, $42,390. I'll make a motion to accept that. We're very lucky to find a 23.
I'll second,
Commissioner Cochran,
yes.
Commissioner Story,
Yes.
Commissioner Case.
Yes.
Commissioner Garvelia,
Yes.
Mayor Massersohn.
Yes.
And the next thing on the agenda is a discussion and approval of hiring a full-time firefighter off of the current eligibility list. They don't have all the test results back as of yet. What would we wanna do? Do we wanna table this, Tom, or?
Don, my suggestion would be that if we're just simply waiting on the information, that Mr. Palmer, I think he's first on that list, and he's working right now as a temporary assistant appointment, that he be basically reappointed or continue as a temporary until we get that information, whether that's the next meeting or 2 meetings, whenever that is. So I just suggest a motion that allow him to continue as
Continue the 60-day, another
a
60
second
days?
60-day when it expires.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second,
Commissioner Cochran,
yes.
Commissioner Story,
Yes,
Commissioner Case,
Yes.
Commissioner Garvelia,
Yes.
Mayor Massersohn.
Yes.
that's all I got, Mayor.
Excellent. Excellent. Council Finance, Commissioner Case.
On payroll, dated for the 27th, this coming Friday, totaling $100,733.58, with $78,666.82 out of general and $22,066.76 out of the water and sewer revenue fund. I make a motion to approve the payroll dated for 27th as presented.
I second it.
Commissioner Cochran,
Yes.
Commissioner Story,
Yes.
Commissioner Case,
Yes.
Commissioner Garvelia,
Yes.
Mayor Massersohn.
Yes.
Item C, it was kind of ironic that this is on here because I had this put on the board before, before everyone went to IML, and conflict of interest was a topic up there of great depth. I have nothing in mind right now, but we are lacking a conflict of interest ordinance. There are particular state statutes that define that, but we as a homeowner community should be kind of taking it upon ourselves to have them have a conflict of interest in place, much like we do with our nepotism ordinance. So essentially what this is I would like permission to begin exploring, researching, and creating a conflict of interest or a conflict of interest ordinance. That would be me and the attorney and whomever else wants to join our party. Speaking about conflicts, but that's ultimately what it is. We're just wanting to begin that exploratory process with council consent.
Do we need that motion?
Yes.
I so move.
I'll second,
Commissioner Cochran,
yes.
Commissioner Story. They made a motion to start researching.
Yes.
Okay. Commissioner Case,
Yes.
Commissioner Garvelia,
Yes.
Mayor Massersohn.
Yes.
I mean, I could, thank you for making that I guess I could have made that motion. I'm not barred from it.
It's good that someone else did it for you, so it shows your support.
Yes. Item D, this is just discussion, as you know, we are fully on board with Paystar for our water bill payments. Paystar offers other options for electronic payment, but I'm not 100% sold, and adding some additional services will incur some costs. But the one thing that I think we do need to do at some point in the near future is discontinue what we do with Illinois ePay. There are a myriad of things that we have to do to stay within PCI compliance for them to take credit cards. Answers that I don't think anybody in the city actually has. We can't answer particular security questions because no one knows them. And you can still go in and pay your water bill with Illinois ePay. Please don't do that, because it just creates some confusion. But, you know, I would like to, at some point, have wider discussion on discontinuation of Illinois ePay as a whole, and then potentially onboarding either Paystar or another vendor in order to take electronic payments for, you know, any permit fees that we offer, anything through zoning, anything, zoning fines that we put in place. We should be able to collect those electronically, again, like,
So you just bring some information back.
just bring some information back. Just wanted the council to know, especially with Illinois ePay and taking water bills, we don't need 2 electronic vendors to take water bills. When we already have one that's working very, very well with Paystar. So just kind of, if anybody has any input on that.
So if somebody comes to us in the community, Paystar, not ePay.
Correct.
For clarity, for anybody, if we
For
interact with
now, we
anybody,
want to really push into Paystar and away
Paystar.
from ePay,
Yes.
because it can throw some books off valve. I mean, and we'll get to the right answer, but someone will be like, well, I paid my bill here, and then it's not reconciling because we don't know that they paid their bill through ePay online, so, but then also moving forward with more, being able to offer more services to our citizens as far as payment options for things other than just water bills, so.
So we'll eventually be discontinuing with the.
I think that would ultimately be the plan, and then a wider discussion on who we would bring on board, if we would just pay the fee with Paystar and do it all in one, or add a different vendor. I know, Brooke brought some stuff back from IML about some different vendors that do that as well, so, having a company that's tried and true would probably be a good thing, that way we're not the guinea pig for them. But that's all I got.
excellent, good deal. Mr. Attorney, any updates from you this evening? Okay. Under public affairs, you heard us mention IML a number of times. It actually was a very, very good conference, very practical, very tangible. Those of us that attended, there was plenty to learn and plenty of applications, so the next few meetings, you'll hear more about it. But then I'd also like to sit down with each commissioner individually and kind of share what I've learned and kind of what homework it gives to me as we move ahead. Just as a reminder, now that we've got the water department, we've got codes over here, we're all in the same building. We know the building doesn't open until 8, so building hours are from 8 to 4. But I would say phone hours, like at desk hours, is 7:30 to 4 for those if they need to reach the water department. And just so that people ask, yes, they're here usually at 7:30, able to take calls, even though the building doesn't open until 8. So that, just so we're all on the same page there. No purchase orders. And then the only last thing I have is, coming out of the master bicycle plan that they created for us, they're moving into an ITEP grant to try to help us with phase 1. This is coming from Greater Egypt. Phase 1 is Forest Street, coming out of the middle school to McLeansboro, and then from the library down to the park. It's about 1.9 million, and in order for them to move forward, and I've already spoken with Chris about this, is that we have to be willing to step up as a community. And what they told me so far is that our application looks very good, it's scored very, very well, it's very strong, but that we should consider being able to dedicate up to 20% of that project cost. And I know for a situation we're in, 20% from the city right now could be a lot, but the way they say it, the reality is that 20% is not really the number. We need to commit to them a certain percentage. That's why you have that resolution here in front of you. Once we apply, we'll find out. When we apply, there's no obligation to accept if something were to come up. This merely keeps the process going. And they did say that there's a good chance that we will receive additional funding from the state. So they may, of that 20%, they may come back at 100% based on how we score. And right now they're saying we score very high. So there's a good potential that we could receive more of that and not have to pay anything but that 20% potentially.
So that's what's before you tonight. There's a resolution they need to adopt so that they can submit the ITEP.
They just
within the
want
next
us to
year.
make the commitment by resolution that we're gonna move forward.
Yes,
We're not-
yeah.
We don't have to
There's
accept.
no dollar amount set yet.
No, there's no dollar amount. But the reality is that we may get more funding, so that 20% could be a lot less. And if the time comes and they say, we can award you the grant, you get your 20%, well, no, we put it into West Main, or we put it into City Hall, then we can deny it. So, but if we don't do it, we don't get to do anything.
They've got to have a commitment.
They gotta have a commitment, so,
Well, I'll make that motion for the resolution to support the Illinois Department of Transportation Enhancement Grant application of bicycle pedestrian improvements. I'll make that
Commissioner
motion.
Cochran,
Yes.
Commissioner Story,
Yes.
Commissioner Case,
Yes.
Commissioner Garvelia, Mayor Massersohn.
yes, what was that resolution number? Okay.
I said I was gonna read that, but I didn't have it.
No worries. That's all that I have. Any miscellaneous business from the council? Any old business? New business?
Just a couple things in the community. I mean, seen a lot of success from our fall athletes. Had a play this weekend
Yes, we did.
for our non-athletic folks and some athletics.
Yes.
For our fine arts people, our fine arts
And
performers.
it was fine, let me tell
You're biased in that, Lyle.
you. Let's just say, the students performed very well.
But lots of things going on in our community. We have homecoming this week, and a football game Friday night, but as the fall really gets, I mean, as we tiptoe in October, like, we will host the cross-country sectional again this year, which is just an awesome thing, and it's good for our community. I mean, get out and watch our student athletes.
And we've got Fall Fest coming up October 19th, we've got Hometown Christmas November 30th, so this is a busy season
This time of year.
for our community, and there's plenty of opportunities to get engaged. So,
Absolutely.
you're right, exactly. So, excuse me. Any matters from the public?
Never heard that one.
Any matters from the public? I'm gonna guess no.
You guys come in too slow.
All right, we just need a motion to adjourn.
I'll say it.
On that note,
Commissioner Cochran,
Yes.
Commissioner Story,
Yes.
Commissioner Case.
Yes.
Commissioner Garvelia,
Yes.
Mayor Massersohn.
yes, we stand adjourned, folks. Thank you all. And we will work to get
60
the,
minutes, we didn't make it.
and we will work to get the other tables here by next council meeting. This is crazy confusing.
Just have